Hey guys, I didn't plan on this being a sit down video. This was really supposed to be a vlog, but then I realized that the stuff I was saying in here deserves to just be its own video because y'all be watching about 0.20 seconds of my vlog, so I'm giving it to you in its purest form. Splat down right there on your timeline. I hope you enjoy it. If y'all don't know who I am, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Andrea.
Hi, baby girl.
I am in the middle of a quarter life crisis and I am filming it for your entertainment. I hope that you guys can enjoy this, relate to the emotional roller coaster that is life. And if you're interested, then stay tuned. So as promised, here I am. I am nice and cozy with y'all on the floor. About to take my twist out. Couple products I'm using the Curls Blueberry Bliss. This right here. This is really nice. It has all the stuff that my hair likes. I know that everyone doesn't like the same stuff, so please don't at me. It's really not that deep. I like this. I just use a tiny amount of this when I'm taking my twist down just to relax it a little bit because I don't want to be walking out here looking like Shirley Damn Temple. And then I use the Main Choice Multivitamin Scalp Nourishing Oil. I have a dry scalp, but I also like this because it's a really light oil. So I use this to kind of coat my hands prior to me separating my curls so that they don't frizz. So here we go. This week has been, not even this week, these past few weeks since old girl got furloughed have been very challenging and very emotional in like different capacities depending on the day, depending on the time of day. Okay, I think I talked a little bit about that in the other video. Like, it does not seem to like be regulating itself. But the other day I really just sat down and looked at all of my finances, right, and was like, listen, you need to just come to terms with whatever is going on, whether you making money, not making money, and figure out what you're gonna do. Because I'm the type of person that will avoid my finances because they scare me, and that's not a boss like trait. I have to change my money mindset. At the end of the day, I know what I need to make in order to sustain myself and to hold up my end of the bargain in this marriage from the financial standpoint. I've done the calculations for us to live where we live right now, for Micah to go back to school where he was, for us to basically maintain this lifestyle with not all the bells and whistles, but some of them. Like, I don't really want to be going backwards where I can't afford to do the things that I enjoy anymore because of this choice. I'm at a place in my business where I can say that there were a lot of sacrifices I had to make last year in order to make this work. So I'm at a point where it's like, I really don't want to have to do that unless I absolutely have to. So for me, it just feels like right now I am not feeling the way that I thought I was gonna feel by moving to full-time freelance. I've been furloughed due to the coronavirus. So this was my opportunity to get a little taste, a little sample, if you will, of what it would feel like to be on my own. And I still had the security of getting the unemployment check plus also getting benefits. So when you're about to start something new, regardless of what it is, there's like 1 to 3 things that are like in the back of your head that are telling you, yeah, you probably shouldn't do this because X, Y, and Z. For me, one of them, a big one, was benefits. That is something that I'm very worried about, especially since I have Michael. This is not the time like where there's a major pandemic to be worrying about benefit coverage. Like, we don't need that. But the way that I am feeling right now, when I'm kind of in this safety net of I'm unemployed but still have the employed benefits, I'm not feeling the way I thought I was gonna feel. That is scaring me because I pretty much thought I had like this thing on lock, right? Like, I was like, all I need to do is do what I always do, and now I have all of my time dedicated to it. But it's just not feeling the same. It's not that I'm not satisfied, it's not that I'm not fulfilled. Those are not the right words. I am overwhelmed to a point where it's not sustainable, and that's what's scaring me. The fact that I don't feel like this is necessarily a sustainable situation for me. I sat down probably 3 days ago and I looked at all of my finances and I saw how much money I've been bringing in from freelancing and from my Etsy shop and the $17 I made on YouTube, and it just made me really emotional because I realized that I've already made more in the 2 weeks of April than I made in the whole month of March. So my business is starting to grow and pick up some steam after all of the you know, significant losses I experienced from the virus. So business is picking back up. My client business, my commissions are bigger than ever. I haven't had to do any outreach whatsoever. Every single client I have came to me, and I was just overwhelmed by gratitude. And I think that the issue that I was having was I wasn't being consciously grateful of where the stress was stemming from. I wasn't stressed because I didn't have money flowing. I wasn't stressed because I didn't have work to do. I was stressed because I was overwhelmed by the amount of work. I didn't have the systems in place that would allow me to work through this in a way that makes sense, because I've always had to just kind of rush through everything because I was working a full-time job. I'm a mother and a wife, and then I had Coco Michelle. So now I can be full-time Coco Michelle like it was my 9-to-5 job and still be all those other things, but I haven't put the things in place that allow me to do it effectively and efficiently. So I'm scrambling. I'm looking at my custom order log and I see, okay, I only have 4 clients this week. Then I start looking at their order requests and I'm like, oh girl, did you think this through? Because you may only have 4 clients, but between those 4 clients, you have 17 illustrations to do.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Now, I'm not the slowest artist in the world, but I damn sure ain't the fastest. So 17 orders, it takes me like 4 hours now. Like, if I'm really hustling, it could take me 3 hours, but you know, people are paying a premium price. I'm not really trying to be out here rushing through orders. I want it to be done a certain way. So the fact that I had so many illustrations in the past few weeks, one client ordered 10 illustrations and she spent a coin and she invested in me, so I wanted to really make sure that those were hitting and I prioritized that. But it was just like, I just can't do business the way that I'm doing it right now. Is this cute? I can't even see. So I was getting frustrated with myself. I was getting frustrated with the process, and I just felt like, when is this gonna get better? And I knew I had to get through my client orders. I wanted to plan certain things. I still have to post on Instagram. Like, it was just like, enough. This is too much. I decided to break out my agenda because I noticed that I wasn't using my planner. I wasn't writing things down. I was just kind of hopping from thing to thing, floating in outer space, hoping that, you know, the chaos would stop. So I broke out my planner and I was just like, let me get my mindset back right, because I just need to reset. And I go through phases like this all the time where I'm like, why is everything so crazy? And I'm like, girl, because you're not doing the things the way that you know you should be. And it's not that you have too much. You'll be amazed as to how productive and how much you can get done when you get organized and when you set timelines that are realistic for yourself. The thing is that we equate productivity with how much you can do versus how well you can do. I'd much rather do one thing really well that day and have it hit the quality standards that I need and not miss any deadlines and call that a productive day, versus me rushing through a bunch of stuff, completing everything on these irrational timelines, but it's not the level of work that I would like to submit. I don't want to do that. I don't want to compromise quality for efficiency. So where is the happy medium between the two? And that's where I was getting really frustrated. I was able to write everything down, plan everything out, really just saying this next 2 weeks I'm gonna have to sacrifice my comfort, get it done, because I've made commitments, even though these are commitments I would not make again today in terms of how thin I stretched myself. Lesson learned, but I followed through with my commitments. I got everything done. Now I am going to walk into freelancing with a new mindset. I'm gonna create systems. I'll show you guys the systems as I create them. But this was just a very real and raw emotional week because I couldn't get it together. I could not get it together. And it was causing issues with my husband and I, because you know when you got a lot going on and you're overwhelmed, well, imagine if you're both going through that, because my husband is also an entrepreneur and he's starting to do his stuff and we're going through these same things, and he's just really now getting started, so he's like in a few stages behind me in terms of the emotional state, but we're both in a state that is very emotional today. I'm in a point where people are demanding things. I have people's money. Like, I'm very sensitive to that. When I have people's money, I'm not trying to sit on it. I'm not trying to play with it. I don't want to do anything that is not going to be worth someone's coin. If you have trusted me with your money, I take that very seriously, and I don't want to do anything that will jeopardize that relationship, the trust, the partnership. I don't want anything that will do anything like that. So I feel like this is hard because I can't see what I'm doing. I'll be right back. Okay, I just went and played with it a little bit, but It is what it is. This is first day here, so it's not as fluffy as I would like. But basically what I'm saying is, for anyone who's feeling discouraged right now and it's not shaping up the way that you thought it would, that's because things never shape up the way that we thought they would. We can't make an educated assumption about what things will be like if we've never experienced them. So we're gonna glorify them because it's something different. It's something that is outside of the situation we're currently in, and the grass is always greener, right? So you're working a 9 to 5. It seems like it would be a beautiful thing for you to start your own business and not have to answer to anyone. But that whole not answering to anyone thing is actually pretty difficult. Whether you're the type of person that sets expectations that are out of this world, they're too high, you can't meet them, or someone who doesn't set expectations and needs that discipline or that structure of having someone telling them what to do, you're not going to really know how you really react in those situations until you do it. Keep your expectations at bay. Work smarter, not harder. I promise you that you will burn yourself out, because that's what was scaring me, is that I was on the verge of burning out. And that was 2 weeks in to having my independence, if you will. 2 weeks in, and I'm already fighting off bouts of burnout. That's not good stuff. That is not good stuff. At this point, I'm in a much better place. I'm able to reset myself. I'm going to take a day off. Did you know that taking a day off could be as productive, if not more productive, than you working your ass off all day? Because you know what? You are a human being. You need rest. You need to restore yourself. You need to protect your peace. If you are going crazy, you are going to resent your work. You're not going to want to do it. I didn't want to touch this camera. I didn't want to do anything. I was so unhappy with my last video. I was like, what the is going on? I felt so awkward. I felt so, I don't know, I didn't feel like myself. And I was trying to be like, hey, I'm professional, blah, blah, so that you guys would listen to me. But A, y'all didn't even click on that damn video. B, that's not me. That's not me at all. I am good at business, period. I don't have to prove that to anybody. I don't have to sit a certain way. I don't have to sit at my desk and be prim and proper. Like, I am. I'm good at it. I have the numbers behind it. Like, I can come up here and throw stats in your face and make you feel like, oh, you should listen to me above anybody else, but it's not that serious. I'm not pretentious. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I know it all. I'm the first person to tell you I am dumb, baby. I am dumb, okay? I don't be knowing the things that I think I be knowing. You know how hard that is? I'm a Leo. I know this much. But the things that I know, I'm passionate about. I know that I started Coco Michelle with 0 followers, nothing, with 1 sketch that looked like, I'ma just insert it. I know what it is. I know what I had to do, and I want to help y'all. And I want to free myself from trying to fit into this mold that I think this world is about, because that's not what I'm about. But I'm not gonna sit here in a blazer and a turtleneck. It's just not happening. That's not me. So I am freeing myself. Cheers to that. I am not meeting anyone's expectations other than my own. I am going to be myself. I'm going to be efficient. I'm going to work smarter and not harder. And I'm going to take y'all with me, and that's that. If y'all want to follow me, then follow me. If you don't want to follow me anyway. What difference does it make? Please, come on. Don't do that. This whole journey has been emotionally too much. So I'm just gonna do the best that I can and continue delivering and continue being consistent. And that's all she wrote. I don't really be knowing what else to say. I hope that you all are doing well and healthy, and I will see you in my next video.